Hey, what's going on, beautiful family? It's your sister Michelle here, dropping another video for you all real quick. Hope you're doing good on your personal journeys. Hope you're doing well today on this beautiful Sunday. It's a beautiful day. One of the coolest days we've had in a while, and I mean, it's beautiful. I've been out today doing errands, running around, went to the mall, bought a couple little things, spent time with the kids. They had a chance to get them something to eat, have such a good time. It's just a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Really wonderful Sunday, and I hope you're having a great Sunday as well, okay? And this is what this video is going to be about, because it is Sunday, and me being a Christian, I'm a Christian, but you know me, I rock with anybody. I don't care if you're Christian, you're Muslim, you're Baptist, you're Jewish, you're non-denominational. I don't care what you are. We all believe in something. Believe in it strong. You know how I feel about that. So whatever you believe in, this is what this is about. I don't really do a lot of just straight religious videos, but on this healing journey, this is something important that we need to discuss about your journey with the narcissistic individual. And I want to tell you something. God's timing, no matter what you call God to be, is absolutely perfect. You have to understand that it's absolutely perfect. You don't understand why it doesn't always work like you want it to, or why God might seem like God's taking their time, or whatever you want to say. But the timing of it, even through your grief and pain, God is always on time for you. When he sees that you're being mistreated, he sees more, even the things that you didn't see. When he sees that you have been mistreated and you have been through a lot, trust and believe. It might not be happening right then. He never loses an address when it comes to karma. And he never loses an address when it comes to you and showing up on your behalf. One thing that's always important, I always tell you, if you've been through this, you have to help other people. Other people need to hear your testimony. It's very important that you can do that, because let me tell you something. When you are blessed by God, even through your worst storms, you're supposed to testify and tell other people what you've been through. You're supposed to tell other people what God has done for you and the miracles that you've seen through the darkest days of your life, right? And I want you to understand that. If you've been through so much, and I know you have to remember when you're going through this, to be grateful, to know that what you believe in has your back, and eventually you're going to come out of this dark space with the extra help of God. And that's so, so important. That's the one thing a narcissist, they cannot penetrate. They try all they want, and they try their best to, but when it comes to that, that's something that they cannot play with. We always joke around and they say, you know, they're Satan's children and their father is Satan, which I still believe that. But we know Satan can never do anything with God. God is numero uno, no matter what you call God to be. You know what I'm saying? Numero uno. There's nobody stronger. And there's nobody stronger that's going to be there for you and support you in this journey. You have to remember that. And the reason why, and now let me say something before I go into it. I'm going to testify something that you already know anyway, but I'm going to testify about something that happened to me briefly. You know, I was in this situation for many years. Went through a lot. I prayed constantly. Even when I was in it, before I got discarded, because I knew it was wrong. I didn't know exactly what it was, but I knew this wasn't right. And I used to ask God, just get me out of this abusive cycle that I'm in. Why can't I break away? When is it going to happen for me? When is it going to happen for me? A lot of times I'm sure God was saying, hey, I've given you clues. I've given you every opportunity. You keep on going. You know what I'm saying? You keep doing these things over and over again. You keep letting this person fool you over and over again. But even though, he still never gave up on me, and he never gives up on you. And the bottom line is, I remember when I finally did get discarded. The final discard, if you want to call it that, because nothing's ever final. But you know what I mean? When the big shebang happened to me, the one that really changed my life and hurt me to the core the most, I remember thinking, oh my God, I'm never going to get past this. God, I begged God. I prayed over and over for God to help me. I kept saying, God, help me out of this pain. I can't make it. I'm not going to be able to make it. I've said it before. I wasn't getting up. I wasn't moving around. I wasn't being a good parent like I needed to be. I wasn't being good to myself. I was gone. And you understand that. Emotionally, mentally, I was not here. And I kept calling on the name of God, and God, you know, he was slowly showing up, little pieces here and there, but it took a long time, a long journey for me. But I'm going to tell you something. When it finally started happening, that I felt that God was really releasing me, and I was getting peace finally from it, and all these things started happening as I was continuously to pray and be grateful for what I did have around, and it was starting to really be more grateful. After being through this, I remember all the blessings that started happening to me. I remember wanting a certain place to stay. I've talked about this a long time ago. Wanting a certain apartment that I lived in. I've been looking at it for years. When we were together, and I could never get the apartment. I tried for the apartment. As a matter of fact, I think they turned me down one time. And I was like, well, I don't understand why they're turning me down. It didn't make any sense at the time. I was like, why did they turn me down? There's nothing wrong with my credit. I can pay the rent. What's going on? Why can't I go there? This is what I really, really want while I was with the NARC. Never worked out. I said, okay, it is what it is. So after all of that, and I started getting to a specific space, I came back over to the place again and I applied. And immediately, I think the next day they called me. It's like, oh, yeah, you're good. And I was like, well, wait a minute. This is the same exact application. I mean, what's the difference? Then I remembered that happened. And then I moved into the apartment and I was looking for new furniture. And at the time, I didn't have the money to pay. Furniture is high. So I was like, I don't have all the money in the world to pay for what I really want, thousands of dollars up front. I just didn't have it. Still some poor people in the world. Not poor, but you know what I'm saying. And I was like, I'm not going to be able to afford it. What am I going to do? And I was going by a furniture store just to look. Because I was like, I know I don't have it. So I just spoke to the gentleman there, and he was like, well, maybe you should apply for credit. And I was like, no, I really don't want to apply for any credit, because if I do, I know a lot of times, because I don't have a lot of established credit, I'm not going to get anything. So I really don't want to even put myself in debt like that over something I really don't want. He was like, just try it. And I said, well, what are the stipulations and things you need to apply? Well, he said, well, you need a driver's license. You need I think it was a current light bill and something else. And I was like, okay, well, so we talked and everything. And I was like, so in my mind, right, I'm like, I told myself, well, I'll come back. But in my mind, I'm like, you tell somebody, I ain't coming back, baby. I'm not going to even waste my time. I'm not going to go even try to get all that paperwork. I'm not going to go to the electric company and wait all the time just to get a statement. Because I'm just not going to waste my time. So I said, I'll be back. This is the truth. And I've been praying on this for a long time before when I was in the NARC. I went to the car, y'all. When I got to the car, I was getting ready to pull off. This is a true story. I was getting ready to pull off. And my purse was sitting down. I set my purse down. And when I set my purse down next to me, I looked at the seat and I was like, wait a minute. And I looked and I said, wait. And I looked and it was, I had just paid my light bill. I had my current light bill right there on the seat. Of course, I had my ID and stuff with me. I had everything I needed. I looked in the glove compartment and something else, it was there. And I was like, what? And I said, okay, God, maybe you're trying to tell me something. So I went inside. Long story short, I went inside. Said, I got all this stuff. I said, maybe I should just go ahead and apply. And he told me, he said, well, when you first apply, because you don't have a lot of established credit at the time, you're probably not going to get approved for maybe about $500-$600. And I was like, oh, if I do that, maybe I can just purchase a couple little things and then build up from there. So I went ahead and applied. So he goes back in the back, you know how to do, and he comes back, he goes, have you picked up the things you are interested in? I was like, I didn't want to do that until I figure out what I'm going to get, right? He was like, well, I don't know. We just came back, you got approved for $5,000. $5,000 American dollars? I was blown away. I was blown away how it worked like that. And I was able to get exactly what I said I wanted. Oh, I was above what I said I wanted. It worked out so beautiful. I couldn't believe it. So I had the new place and everything else. And it all fell into place so beautiful. The things that I had been wanting and the things that I was denied in so many ways when I was with this individual. And God said to me, and I know I'm testifying to you, I cannot allow you to have these things while you're with this person because they don't deserve where I'm taking you. I make all things new. By replacing him, I'm making you a new path. And I'm also replacing other things that your heart has always wanted. Because this individual that tried to hurt you, they don't deserve these big blessings that I am giving to you. I'm handing you, not even a fight or a struggle, I'm handing it to you. Baby, God is real. So I'm telling you the story. I'm testifying because I'm thankful to God, first of all. And second of all, I want you to understand that no matter what you have been through with them, and no matter what they have done to you, they can never stop your blessings. And a lot of reasons why we don't get the things we really want when we're with them, because they have no business getting nothing further from us. And ourselves, our mind, our spirits, our bodies, they don't deserve any of that. And God loves you so much, no matter what you call God to be. He knows what the narcissist has done to you. He has seen all things. He's seen how this person try to come and demonically destroy you. But of course, he is not going to allow that. He might allow so much, but there's usually lessons in the blessings, okay? Trust me when I tell you that. So I have to testify. Testify to people when you start getting into your healing journey. Testify to people and tell them that they can make it and the blessings that's waiting for them after all the pain that they've gone through. That's important. Pay it forward. That's another blessing. And I think that's another reason why, too, because of you all. When I first started this journey with you all, venting and letting you know how I felt and testifying and what I had been through, I think that's also a reason why God was like, you're helping other people through your pain, because other people are going through the same thing. You see how it works? It all works in God's plan. The narcissist can never touch that, honey. It can never be done. They can never do that. And I want you to understand it. So I just want to give you that on this good Sunday. Make sure you continue to heal, 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 heal. And when you heal, keep on healing. And most importantly, believe in God no matter what you call God to be, because he's the person that's going to come in and ultimately destroy the narcissist and put you on the platform and give you all the things you have always deserved for trying to be good to people even though they did you wrong. Make sure you testify to people now. It's real. God is real. And there's other stories. One day I'll tell you more about how miraculous things happened after I got rid of this person. Hell, better yet, I was going to say he got rid of me. No, God got rid of him. God, a lot of times the narcissist discard and stuff, it is God's work. Because guess what my grandmother always told me? And I'm going to say this. I'm going to leave you with this one bit of wisdom she told me. You have been with a person over and over and you keep taking them back. You keep asking God to help you. You keep on saying God and you just keep going back. Well, eventually, God says, okay, you want to keep doing it. God forgives you. He's still there for you. But when he steps in, there is no going back. And sometimes when God steps in, it comes in the form of them discarding you. God worked that out. God worked that out for you. Or you finally get enough and you never go back. You get that final big strength that you just cut it off. You're done. That is the power of what you believe in as well. As well as the power for within yourself. You have that, you're strong as well. But nothing more stronger than what we serve. No matter what that is to you, they have your back. Your sister got your back. We got to have each other's back. I love y'all. Have a good Sunday. Remember, testify to the things that God has done for you. The narcissist could never. Trust and believe. Divine timing is real. I love y'all. Bye.